Homeless crisis, the dark side of Las Vegas, homeless hell, the most sinful city in America, travel documentary. Las Vegas used to be a symbol of escape, a place where the hopeless went for hope, where the downtrodden sought salvation under neon skies. But today, when you walk these streets, you see something else. Not promise, but despair. Have you ever wondered who cleans out hotel rooms and sleeps in their cars? Why are so many forced underground, literally, while luxury towers rise just steps away? This isn't the Las Vegas you see in brochures. This is another Las Vegas, a Las Vegas hidden in plain sight. A Las Vegas that challenges everything you think you know about the American dream. In this episode of Roam Kind, we invite you to walk with us, not along the strip, but into the darkness, into invisible alleys, flooded tunnels, motel rooms filled with families on the edge. This isn't fiction. This is the real Las Vegas, and it's time we got to see it. Number 1. A life lost to oblivion. Just steps away from the bright Las Vegas Strip, where fortunes are won and lost nightly, lies an unseen world beneath. Beneath the city's shining exterior, a network of flood channels stretches over 600 kilometers. Designed to manage desert rain, these tunnels have become home to more than 1,500 people. This is not a temporary solution. For many, it's a long-term reality, lasting months or even years. One resident shared, "What I miss most is my car, my bathroom, and a kitchen." He spoke of being robbed and almost swept away by flash floods. After a while, you stop feeling anything. You just get by. Down here, the Strip's lights don't shine. Graffiti replaces advertisements, makeshift beds rest on damp concrete. The hum of life above becomes background noise, distant and out of reach. There's no natural light, only dim battery lanterns and faint echoes of passing cars. Safety is scarce. Flash floods can arrive in minutes, leaving little time to escape. Even so, people adapt. Some share stories, brew instant coffee, or carefully arrange the few belongings they have. Small routines provide comfort. Above ground, increasing rents and full shelters offer few alternatives. Living on the streets comes with its own risks: conflict, theft, and constant displacement. Some prefer the tunnels, where at least they aren't as visible, even though that invisibility brings its own challenges. Yet inside this darkness, dignity endures. One woman keeps a crate of books beside her mattress. Another tapes family photos to the tunnel wall. These are not luxuries. They are reminders of identity, of being human. This isn't just a story of hardship. It's about strength. People down here haven't given up. They wake up, rebuild, and keep going, even when the world above has looked away. Just meters from luxury resorts, there exists another Las Vegas, one built not on dreams, but on survival. Number 2. Stark wealth-poverty divide. When illusions fade. Las Vegas is built to entertain the world, a city of bright lights, luxury hotels, and unforgettable shows. But behind that dazzling exterior is a deep divide, a contrast between wealth and poverty that becomes apparent once you step beyond the Strip. For every luxury suite, there is a worker who cleaned it. For every high-end dinner served, someone in the kitchen made it happen. And increasingly, some of those workers return not to homes, but to cars, shelters, or friends' couches. To visitors, Las Vegas feels like an escape. Fountains dancing to music, street performers posing for tips, high-end boutiques shimmering under neon lights. But just a few blocks away, reality shifts. Families line up early at food banks. tents appear in desert lots. Hotel rooms become homes, not for tourists, but for those striving to make ends meet. What makes this divide so striking is how visible it is. A person in a suit walks past someone resting on a sidewalk. A rooftop bar serves champagne while nearby, someone hopes a thin blanket will shield them from the cold. This is not just about income gaps, it's about how both worlds exist, side by side. A housekeeper finishes her shift at a resort and changes clothes in a gas station restroom. A casino worker skips meals to pay for a bus ride. These are not isolated stories. They reflect a broader reality many face every day. The city continues to expand. New casinos, stadiums, and attractions rise. But at the same time, makeshift shelters multiply behind warehouses. Families crowd into rooms not designed for long-term living. A local advocate mentioned that even floodwaters can destroy the few spaces offering shelter, displacing people already struggling. Las Vegas presents a polished stage, but beyond the performance, many fight just to get by. And that quiet struggle is the true contrast behind the show. What do you think about the stark wealth and poverty divide in Las Vegas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below with the slogan, Shifting Realities. And stay tuned as we dive deeper into the solutions in the next part of the video. Don't miss out. Number 3. Minimum wage versus sky-high rent. The data speaks for itself. Every year, more than 38 million people visit Las Vegas. They come for entertainment, escape, and the excitement of fortune, then leave with memories shaped by neon lights and late-night cheers. But behind this vibrant experience lies a more difficult reality. For many who call Las Vegas home, making ends meet is a daily challenge. Beneath the surface of the billion-dollar tourism economy are thousands of workers who once came here seeking opportunity. Casino staff, hotel housekeepers, cooks, servers, and performers. These individuals helped build the Vegas dream, yet many now find it difficult to afford even the basics of life. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Las Vegas now exceeds $1,250 per month, according to Zillow. And nearly 60% of renters are considered cost-burdened, meaning more than 30% of their income goes toward housing alone. According to a report from the Nevada Labor Commissioner's Office, the minimum wage in Nevada will increase to $12 per hour starting July 1, 2024. For full-time workers, that amounts to less than $1,800 per month before taxes. Rent alone consumes nearly all of it. Add food, transportation, and healthcare, and saving money becomes nearly impossible. A United Way Alice report reveals over 43% of households in Nevada struggle to afford basic needs, despite being employed. It only takes one missed paycheck, a car repair, or an unexpected medical bill to push someone past their limits. Many who are now without homes once had jobs and homes, but rising living costs, low wages, and unstable hours created a gap they could no longer bridge. This isn't just an individual issue. It reflects a broader systemic challenge. Las Vegas dazzles on the outside, but for those behind the scenes, the people who clean the rooms, serve the drinks, and keep the city running, the dream has become distant. What remains is a quiet crisis, hidden in plain sight. So, is the system really fair when a worker cannot afford to rent a house in the very city where they work? Number 4. The artist's struggle. When the stage lights dim. It begins not with silence, but with a sound that once filled rooms with life. A piano melody, a soft voice, the rhythm of footsteps on a stage. Las Vegas was never just a city. It was a canvas for dreamers. But what happens when the lights fade and the music no longer plays? Las Vegas has long promised a stage for everyone. Artists chasing big dreams, musicians hoping for their break, and service workers seeking stability. For many, it seemed like a city where talent could shine and hope could take root. But the Las Vegas of today tells a different story. Survival itself has become a privilege, and for many who once brought life to the city's stages, even basic shelter now feels out of reach. One man who used to play piano nightly in a downtown lounge, offering calm to tourists and locals alike, now lives beneath the I-15 overpass. After the pandemic ended his gigs and emptied his savings, he tries to stay neat, still hoping for a call to return, holding on to that fragile sense of identity. A woman in her 50s, once employed at a luxury spa, now shares a motel room with two others. All work part-time, unable to secure stable housing. She said, "These rooms were built for tourists to enjoy, not for us to survive in." This paradox lies at the core of modern Las Vegas. Those who clean hotel rooms, serve cocktails, play music, and welcome guests are increasingly priced out of the very city they help sustain. According to the 2024 Southern Nevada Homeless Census, homelessness has risen by over 16% from the previous year. More than 6,500 individuals are documented. Many more live out of sight, in cars, motels, or temporary spaces with friends. They're not visible on the strip. They aren't part of the postcard image, but they are here, brewing your coffee, sweeping your hotel floor, performing in corners of the city that no longer offer the stability they once believed in. These are not forgotten artists or failed performers. They are living proof of how fragile dreams can be when systems fail. As the city chases its next headline act, too many are left in the wings, waiting to be seen again. Not for applause, but for dignity. Number 5. From dream makers to the invisible. Las Vegas, a city built on golden promises, invites everyone to start anew, to chase a different life. But for many of its homeless, their stories didn't begin in hardship. They were once stable individuals, workers in casinos, cleaners in hotels, talented chefs, and bartenders. They were the heart of the city, shaping the very Las Vegas experience that draws millions of tourists each year. Yet, unforeseen circumstances turned their lives upside down. Rising rent prices, sudden job losses, and unexpected health issues left them on the streets. The Las Vegas Strip, once a beacon of hope, became a relentless challenge, pushing them into invisibility in a city they once helped illuminate. One man, a former technician who once ensured the Grand Hotels sparkled, now finds himself living beneath the same strip he once helped shine. "I used to make these places glow. Now I stay hidden in the shadows," he shared with deep regret. His words echo the silent sorrow of countless others. These people haven't given up. They've adapted. One woman, living in a dimly lit tunnel, clings to a sense of normalcy by taping childhood photos to the walls. Even in places not meant for habitation, they find small comforts, fragile hopes. It's not a story of failure, but of resilience. The tunnels hidden just steps away from luxurious resorts stand as a stark contradiction to the city's glittering image. These people are not invisible by choice. They are overlooked because a city too focused on dreams and wealth chooses not to see them. The shadows may be hidden, but they are real. In the heart of one of the wealthiest cities in the world, this is a stark reminder of the struggles that remain unseen. The very people who helped create the image of generosity have become ghosts in the city they built. So, What makes them invisible in a city they helped create? What will it take for us to truly see them? We've uncovered some tough realities in the heart of Las Vegas. What do you think needs to change for the homeless here? Drop a comment with the slogan, Hidden Voices. Make sure to stay tuned and watch until the end for more insights. Number 6. The Trap of Hope. When gambling becomes a psychological illusion. In the heart of Las Vegas, a city where dreams are meant to come true, a promise is made to all who enter. Come with a little, leave with a fortune. The neon lights, the spinning roulette wheels, and the buzzing slot machines invite millions, offering a taste of fortune just within reach. But beneath this flashy exterior lies an undeniable truth. Casinos are structured to favor the house. In 2023, Nevada casinos reported over $15.5 billion in gambling revenue, a figure built not on frequent wins, but on countless silent losses. For many, this hope feels real. A man arrives in Las Vegas with his rent money $2,000, hoping to double it. Within hours, only $14 remain. Another woman wins $10,000, but her winnings vanish the next weekend. Debt follows, and so does the endless chase for that elusive win. These stories are not uncommon. The impact isn't just felt by tourists. Many local workers, bartenders, servers, cleaners, spend their evenings at the machines, hoping for a break. But small losses add up over time, fading the dream of a big win. Casinos are designed to keep you playing. No clocks, no windows, just flashing lights and the constant hum of success, making you believe you're just one spin away from changing your life. But for some, the losses go beyond regret. Personal belongings are pawned, debts rise, rent goes unpaid, yet they return, because hope is powerful. Las Vegas doesn't take your money by force. It lures you in, making you believe that luck is just around the corner, while the odds quietly shift in the house's favor. Next time you hear the chime of a slot machine, ask yourself, what happens when hope no longer covers the losses? How many people are left behind in a game where only the house wins? Number 7. The Rules of Sin City. The ironic reality in Las Vegas is that some high-performing gamblers have reported being restricted from further play, although casinos do not publicly confirm such practices. There's a well-known story about a man once called the Baccarat Genius. With sharp strategy and calculated risks, he turned a few $1,000s into over $1 million in a short time. What was the result of his success? It was a permanent ban from nearly all major casinos on the Las Vegas Strip. Because in Las Vegas, you're welcome to win, but only within certain limits. Ultimately, the house will always have the final say, quietly, politely, but decisively. This is the ultimate irony of the system. If you lose, they'll encourage you to stay, even offering you more free drinks as an incentive to keep playing. But if you win too much, or win in a way that disrupts their system, they'll politely ask you to leave, ensuring you can't continue to undermine their profits. Las Vegas doesn't punish failure. Some critics argue that the gaming industry in Las Vegas profits from the continuous losses of players. However, these views represent just one side of a broader conversation about entertainment economics and personal responsibility. Las Vegas doesn't need to be overtly harsh. It operates on systems finely designed to maximize profit, not necessarily empathy. And that's why it becomes so powerful and potentially harmful, because it doesn't take your money by force. It lures you to willingly give up every dollar, every bit of hope, bit by bit, in a mesmerizing way. So, Next time you see someone quietly sitting in front of a slot machine, their eyes fixed on the screen, their hand hovering over the button, remember that you're not just witnessing a game. You're witnessing an internal struggle between harsh reality and blind faith. And most nights, it's faith that falls short, overwhelmed by a system designed to be foolproof. While some point to taxes as a burden, it's the psychological design of gambling that traps the most vulnerable, not just financially, but emotionally. Number 8. Street strategy, a deceptive tactic. Walking the Las Vegas Strip at night is like stepping into another world, one of color, sound, and spectacle. Under flashing neon lights, street performers pose, music fills the air, and crowds soak in the atmosphere of endless entertainment. But beneath this lively exterior lies a quieter story, one rooted in survival, not showmanship. One common street tactic is the photo opportunity. Performers dressed as superheroes or celebrities offer free photos. Tourists smile, thinking it's all part of the Vegas charm, until the photo is taken, and a sudden request follows: $40 per person. Many comply, not because they agree, but because they don't want confrontation during their vacation. While not illegal, it rarely feels fair. Then, there's the free gift offer, a cosmetic sample handed over with a friendly comment like, "You look tired." A small amount of cream turns into an unexpected $300 charge. The friendship bracelet approach works similarly, offered suddenly, tied to your wrist, followed by pressure for a donation. Refusal often leads to discomfort, making it easier to give in than walk away. Even simple flyers can be misleading, leading to high-pressure timeshare pitches or services you didn't ask for. Most people don't report these incidents, they just leave, feeling embarrassed and financially lighter. For some locals, this isn't about manipulation, it's about survival. Economic hardship pushes people into street hustling, not out of choice, but necessity. These aren't major crimes, but over time, they can erode trust. Las Vegas thrives on illusion, and while many visit to celebrate or escape, those moments of openness are often what get exploited. In a city built on dreams, not every performance ends with applause. Sometimes it ends in quiet disappointment. Not everything that glitters on the Strip is gold. And some lessons, though small in dollars, come with a greater emotional cost. Number 9. A collapsing support system. In the world's entertainment capital, where fortunes are won and lost under the bright lights of the Las Vegas Strip, there lies a hidden reality, a reality that few see but many endure. The truth is simple. Homelessness here wears a different face. It is often the face of women and children, silently bearing the weight of their struggles, far from the spotlight. Women, particularly single mothers, elderly women, and survivors of domestic violence, account for nearly 40% of the homeless population in southern Nevada. They may not be as visible as the entertainers on the Strip, but their stories are no less powerful. One woman, a former caregiver, now sleeps in her car. She rotates between church parking lots, doing her best to protect her children from the harshness of their new life. "We're camping," she tells them, trying to shield them from the reality that threatens to strip them of their innocence. For these women, safety is a constant concern. They don't rest in the comfort of a home, but in cars, motels, and places that are rarely safe. They often move from one location to the next, hoping for a little peace, a little safety. One woman even keeps a bat by her side, not for aggression, but for protection. Can we imagine living with that constant fear? where every night feels like a gamble with your own safety. Their lives are full of routine, but stripped of comfort. Many of them work tirelessly, cleaning hotel rooms, cooking meals, or caring for others, yet the rising cost of living and low wages leave them with nowhere to go. Shelters that could offer some respite are overcrowded, and the waiting lists are long. Women and children in need of a place to stay face constant rejection because spaces are so limited. A mother's struggle is compounded by the weight of her responsibilities. She tells her children they are camping, hiding the truth from them. This quiet strength is her way of maintaining hope. She holds on to that fragile thread of dignity, despite the overwhelming odds. But while the city puts on its grand show for the world, the quiet pain of its most vulnerable remains hidden in plain sight. Will we continue to ignore these struggles, or will we choose to see them and make a change? Number 10. Women and children. The quiet strength in the shadows. Homelessness is not the same for everyone. In Las Vegas, women facing housing insecurity often suffer in silence. They are rarely seen, yet profoundly impacted. According to Southern Nevada's homeless census, women account for nearly 40% of the homeless population. Among them are single mothers, elderly women, and survivors of domestic violence. While some find shelter, many sleep in cars, motels, or unsafe public places, constantly at risk. Safety is a daily concern. Many women move locations every night or try to sleep during the day, fearing nighttime dangers. One woman, once a caregiver, now sleeps in her car, rotating through church parking lots. Another keeps a bat by her seat. Not out of aggression, but out of caution. Homeless mothers carry extra burdens. They work, cleaning hotel rooms, cooking, caregiving, but low wages and rising costs leave them with limited options. One mother told her children they were camping as they slept in her van, shielding them from the harsh reality to protect their innocence. Shelters with space for women and children are limited. Waiting lists are long. When there's no room, some turn to motels, unaffordable on tight budgets, or the streets. These women don't seek attention, they seek peace. Behind each quiet routine is strength. Many once had jobs, homes, and dreams. They still have names and dignity. In their silence lies resilience. They haven't given up. Not yet. As we wrap up, Las Vegas is a stark reminder of the complexities we face when balancing progress and compassion. Beneath the glitz and glamour, countless individuals are struggling to survive, trapped in the shadows of a city built on dreams. It's easy to overlook the invisible, but these stories should spark a call for change. Not just in Las Vegas, but in every community. How can we as a society ensure that no one is left behind in the pursuit of progress? If you believe in the power of awareness, reflection, and action, join us at Roamkind as we continue to explore these stories and the path to a more compassionate world. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Together, we can make a difference. All information in the video is compiled from public and reliable sources, aiming to analyze and provide reference points. The video is not intended to trigger, evaluate personally, or provide financial or legal advice. Viewers should consider additional information before making any decisions.